How's it going? I wanted to give a first impression on my Surron, which I recently bought. I've had it about a week, and as you can see, I have 24.5 miles on it. Max speed that I reached was 50 miles per hour. Actually, it was a paved bike lane. The things that I wanted to point out, in a previous video, I mistakenly said that it was a 72 volt, 60 amp battery, but that is incorrect. This is a 60 volt, 40 amp battery. The thing that I noticed is that if it doesn't open, you press down on this, hold it down with one hand while you turn this key, and it'll pop it up. Here's the battery. Right now I have the breaker on. When you remove it, you need to turn off that breaker, and you only have to disconnect this one cable. In fact, I'll show you that right now. To remove this cable, push this button, and then it'll come off. In here, push it, and it'll come off. Put this to the side. Lift the battery straight up. And I've been told more than once, and I've also read it, don't put it on its side. 25 pounds. Actually, though, it actually feels a little bit heavier than that, than 25 pounds, to be honest with you. You could take it out, plug it into your charger like that. This comes with the batteries. They include this foam you could put on the bottom of the battery. Don't forget to install that. Okay, so let me quickly demonstrate how to put it back in. Push it a little bit to the side. Drop it straight in. There it is. Open the cover. Push the connector back into place. Snaps. It's in there. That's it. Gotta move your breaker to the right so you can power it back on. Check your battery right there, 100%. Turn it on, now it's powered on. Again, you can see my trip meter there, 24.5, that's actually my odometer. Okay, other things that I wanted to mention about this bike, because it is expensive. We're not talking about a cheap investment here. This costs $4,500. You can get e-bikes on Amazon. I have a couple. They cost me $600. They are, 1,000 watt, 1,500 peak motors, which is a difference with this one. This one is much more superior than that. We're talking about 8 kilowatts. So 1,500 peak on a $600 e-bike. This is 8,000 watts, which is, when you put it into that in perspective, that's a huge difference. That's why this e-bike can reach speeds up to 50 miles per hour. It could do a range of approximately 40 miles, maybe more, depending on how you ride it. This is more the design and construction of a real dirt bike. These are adjustable shocks. As I pointed out the other day also, these are .4 brakes. They use .4 fluid, which is the same thing that dirt bikes use. We have an adjustable rear suspension, multi-point adjustments so that it could fit your weight, your riding style. Look at these calipers. It's already saved me once. I almost ran into one of those stop sign posts, and the brakes grabbed. Really saved me. I was impressed. Another thing that I wanted to mention about this, as far as justifying the cost in them, is if I have any problems with this, it it is only sold at authorized dealerships now. I'm lucky that there's one here. That's where I bought this one. I could, if I have any problems with it, I could take it to that dealership. They'll work on it. You know, it's just a few miles from me. It's not that far. I mentioned about the $600 Amazon e-bike. Okay, now let's talk about the E-Ride Pro. That is the one with the 72 volt, 60 amp battery. In comparison to the E-Ride Pro 3.0, which is also a 2025 model, this is 8 kilowatts. The E-Ride Pro 3.0 is 6 kilowatt, max 15.8 kilowatts. It's a lot more powerful. This is 2400 watt hours battery. The E-Ride Pro is 3600 watt hours battery. It's from watching reviews, I've seen that it's a lot more powerful. And some of the components seem like they are improved. It does have larger brakes. So there is a $600 difference between this one and the E-Ride Pro 3.0. So why get this one? Why would you get this bike that is less powerful when you can get one that's more powerful for $600 more? Two reasons. One of them is that the weight. This one weighs 125.6 pounds. The E-Ride Pro weighs 167 pounds. So that is a difference of more than 40 pounds. I'm going to be riding this bike with my daughter. You know, she's a little lightweight. She weighs 110 pounds. She's 5'2". So what was better for her to have a bike that's 167 pounds or one that weighs 125 pounds? You know, those are the things I have to take into consideration. Plus, she's not experienced with dirt bikes, so this one will be more tame for her. I feel that this is, you know, safer. So that's one of the reasons. The weight, and if you don't need to have all that power, if you're new to riding these e-bikes. Like in my case, you know, I probably will consider getting that E-Ride Pro 3.0, and then I can do a comparison with these. But I already know that the E-Ride Pro is going to be faster, it's going to be more powerful than this one, but again, it's going to be heavier. And the design of this one, it's not much different. They look alike, but if you put them side by side, you know, which one of these looks more like a bicycle, you know, from far away? You know, this one's, you could take these stickers off. You know, I'm gonna leave them on. The reason I'm leaving them on is because I want it to look like a bicycle. I don't want to attract any attention. I'm not going to be riding in these large groups of, you know, kids that are out there, these, you know, kids that are behaving like delinquents, hooligans, and whatever you want to call them. This is just going to be for, you know, going around the neighborhood. I'll probably use it to commute to work, and I'll take my daughter to you know, a dirt bike racetrack, like the PB track, to go use it. So, you know, between the two bikes, instead of buying the E-Ride Pros, you know, I'm saving $1,200. And if I decide to get a third one, it'll probably be that one. So then I'll have this bike, you know, that if I want to have somebody use it, I feel a little bit more safer having them use this than something that's a little bit more expensive and more powerful. I think once people get on these, I don't think they feel as intimidated. It it does look like a bicycle. You know, look, I'm 5'8", and when I sit on it, you know, my feet are almost flat. It's not the case with somebody that's shorter, but you can adjust the height back here. You can make some adjustments. Another accessory that I wanted to mention is that it has a USB port. Okay, want to make sure I have everything covered. Okay, again, chain guard on this one, foot pegs. This came with this Surron's license plate that I removed. All you have to do is just take these little bolts off. The light comes off. Pull out the Surron license plate and then put these back on. Okay, there we go. The USB port, the brakes, front light. Front light is always on. Adjustable handlebars. It's numbered so you can make your adjustments. Adjustable front shocks. The E-Ride Pro has like this display over here, really fancy. This one doesn't have that, but like I said, my first impressions on this is I've been riding it, and I don't feel like I was missing something. And I've been riding motorcycles for years, and all I was really looking at over here, I thought it might be out of view, but I could always see what speed I was going, and that's all I'm really concerned about. And if I wanted to go eco mode, just put it there. If I wanted to go to sport mode, put it there. That was it. It's simple, nothing complicated, nothing that distracted me from riding and having fun.